say that she don't need a man.
Hey guys, it's Naira. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. What up? I have so much energy right now and I'm so excited because today we're doing true crime and makeup, but I want to start doing true crime and makeup videos 1000% inspired by Miss Bailey Sarian. However, I think I would like to focus on celebrities. Let me start by saying this. This is inspired by Miss Bailey, but I'm not going to copy Miss Bailey at all. I'm still my own person, although I did get the true crime and makeup idea from her. I know I'm never going to be Bailey Sarian, so you don't have to tell me that in the comments, baby. I already know. Don't start. I love true crime and makeup. I love the little community that it's created, and I love celebrity crime cases. It's super interesting to me. So today we're going to be doing the popular rapper YNW MELLY, ironically known for the song Murder on My Mind, which is contributing evidence to his current court case. Yeah. If you guys want to hear the story of, or the true crime cases, I guess, not really story, of Mr. YNW MELLY, then keep watching. And I do this look too. Okay, bye. So today we are talking about rapper YNW MELLY. That's how he's most popularly known, but his real birth name is actually Jamel Demons. Now, call me what you want, call me superstitious, whatever. I believe names are prophetic. I'm trying to say what I think and I can't even pronounce the word, but I think that your name holds so much meaning, and I personally would not have children with someone who has the last name Demons. That's me personally. Like, I'm dead serious. And if my last name was Demons and I could potentially pass that name on to my children, I would change my last name and change my children's last names. Like, dead serious. But that's just me. I know not everybody is as whatever as me. And he was born May 1st, 1999, which means he is a Gemini, and we were born the same year. So he's only 21 years old. And like, when you think about people that are like wrapped up in like just the wrong crowds, or like they end up like living a life of crime and like doing all this bad stuff, it really hurts when you find out that a lot of these people are young.
That kind of hurted me though.
Like TK out here having a capital murder charge at 16. That's sad to me.
Get TK out of there, man. What's a couple of lives when you got bars?
He is from Gifford, Florida, which is a very small town in Florida. The population is under 10,000. He was born to his mom, who was only 14 years old at the time of having him. And he, in his early years, lived with his mom and his grandmother. He was raised in like a not so good neighborhood, you know, like raised in the projects. And his mother worked like fast food and waitress. In his early years, his mother worked at Dunkin' Donuts and then became a server at Chili's. And when she was, or a waitress, is that the same thing? I've never worked food service, so I really don't know. When his mother was waitressing at Chili's, a lot of times she would bring young Jamel with her to work, you know, if she didn't have like proper care for him. It was clear from a very young age that he was very talented musically. He was a very performative kid. He like wasn't afraid to sing for people and dance for people. In elementary school, he was actually casted as lead vocalist for the Lion King musical, but he was only in kindergarten at the time. Like, that's talent, baby, okay? You can deny a lot of things, but you can't deny talent. To be so talented in kindergarten that you got casted the lead vocals for Lion King, that's a big deal to me. I'll be so proud of my child. You know, it was a 5th grader who auditioned. I was probably pissed, just pissed off. That's funny to me. But yes, he was very musically talented, and he owned a little pink radio, and he would sit out on the porch with it and listen to his only CD, which was Chris Brown's first album. Truthfully, that was his first mistake, was being a Chris Brown fan. That man is so toxic. Anywho, that wing is gonna have to do. It ain't perfect, but it's just gonna have to do. It's not terrible. No, I should take it off. I should take the wing off. I should take the wing off. No, I'm gonna leave it. Anywho, he loved music. Jamel loved music. In elementary school, his uncle would, I forgot primer. In elementary school, his uncle would babysit him after school, and unfortunately he exposed him to drugs at an early age. Not like him doing drugs, but his uncle would reportedly like do crack in front of him, which is so sad. Like, a lot of people do not understand when you expose children to things at an early age, it really does something to their development. I'm just very passionate about that because, you know, trauma. But yeah, anywho, that's what happened. His uncle also owned weapons. So one day, Melly was playing and like rolled on the floor and bumped into the couch. When he looked under the couch, he saw a gun. It was a revolver, I believe. If my memory serves me correctly, it was a revolver. Not that that's a big detail anyway, but whatever. And he found the gun and he took the gun outside to just shoot it because he said that he just wanted to see what it felt like to shoot a gun. And he says that that was the moment that like changed his life. He became like obsessed with guns, and he stole that gun and took it everywhere with him. And at this time, he was in the 4th grade. Yeah, I could not imagine being in the 4th grade and taking a gun to school. No, ma'am. No. Like, at the very least, I would be like, the things that my mama would do to me if she finds out I have a gun and I'm taking it to school. But yeah, Lil Melly wasn't thinking about that. He had a bad track record of getting in trouble. He would like start forest fires with his friends, or he did start one forest fire with his friend. I'm not gonna say it like he did it all the time. Him and his friend were just lighting stuff on fire, and they just started a forest fire, just being curious. That's like, no, because no. My mama would never. Anywho, this isn't to judge his mom's parenting or anything. I'm just saying, like, I would be so afraid to do the things that other people do because my mama was like, my mama and my daddy, they weren't having that. But his mother supported his individuality and his creativity. His mother was like very supportive of his positive traits throughout his childhood. 8th grade is when he started to record music. Let's fast forward to age 16. He was expelled from school because of a shootout that he did like in like a crowd of students. Nobody was injured, but that is where his charges started to acquire, or no, that's not how I need to say that. That's when he started to acquire charges and like a criminal record. He got 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and 1 count of discharging a firearm in public. I never knew that was a charge, but like duh, it must be. You know what I mean? Like, I always thought to myself, like, if you just shoot, because I know that you can get in trouble for just shooting a gun, but like, I don't know, just in 21 years, I've never heard the sentence, so-and-so was charged with discharging a firearm in public. Like, I didn't know the name of that actual charge. You learn something new every day. Now, he went to jail for that, and he was supposed to get 10 years for that, but instead he was released in 1 year off of those 4 charges. But while he was in jail for that year, he started to show his prison friends his music, and an NBA player had also visited and told him that, you know, he was really talented and he needed to pursue his music career and all that. And so in jail for that year, which was supposed to actually be 10 years, is where it dawned on him that he needed to take his music seriously, and that was his calling in life. Okay, now that I've given you his backstory, his history, some of his previous charges, because I do believe he had like marijuana possession charges and like other stuff, but whatever. Now let's move on to the case/incident that is the reason he is still behind bars today. Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly, is currently in jail because of a double murder charge. So the alleged story that the charges were pressed against him on is that him and 4 of his friends were riding around in a car together, and he turned to one of his friends, YNW Bortland, or his real name is Cortland Malik Henry, and allegedly they planned to murder their 2 other friends that were riding around in the car with them. And so authorities believe that he allegedly staged a drive-by shooting in which his other 2 friends would have been murdered, and that him and his accomplice actually were the 2 that murdered their other 2 friends. Does that make sense? Now, here's the part of the story that don't sit right with me personally. None of it sits right with me, but like, this is the part that like really don't sit right in my spirit and my soul. It was determined that Melly and his alleged accomplice drove around with their 2 dead friends in the car before taking them to an emergency room to be treated. And that is sketchy to me. It could be a complete stranger or even somebody I really dislike. And if they're in my presence and they got shot or injured or whatever, and they could be in like serious danger or they could die, I am going all types out of my way to contact the authorities, get them to the nearest hospital, emergency room, whatever. And it is really scary to me that someone could have potentially been in the car for multiple hours with someone that they know personally and were friends with, and didn't get them the help that they needed. And of course, I'm saying allegedly because this case is not solved. He is still awaiting trial for this. He has not been convicted. So all of this is alleged. But that is terrifying. Like, that's terrifying to me. Now, Melly pleads innocent to these allegations and actually turned himself in and still stands by his innocence, says that he did not commit the crimes, and, you know, stands by the original story that it was a drive-by shooting that killed his 2 friends. Although authorities believe, and the charges are set as if him and his accomplice staged the murder or attempted to stage the murder and didn't successfully do so, really. Now, although his lawyer says that there is a lack of evidence, the lyrics to the song that really like made his career like pop, Murder on My Mind, they're proving to make the court case a little bit difficult. Isn't it so crazy that like lyrics in a song can lead to a conviction? I mean, I guess it's not that crazy. Truthfully, it's not that crazy, but just like, that's crazy to me. If you have never heard the song Murder on My Mind, go listen to it. It's not a bad song. I feel weird saying that like in this context, because like we're talking about the actual court case that is allegedly attached to that song, but whatever. It's not a bad song, but it does detail a murder of y'all know where I'm going with this, especially if you're familiar with the case. People believe that the song Murder on My Mind details the events in the case that he is currently awaiting trial for. That's a scary thought. Imagine somebody like being capable, like having the capacity to murder someone and make a song about it. That's terrifying. And also, he has been very vocal about experiencing what he believes and like what many other people believe is like multiple personalities disorder. He said that he experiences a version of himself called Melvin, that is, you know, dangerous and murderous and has impulses. So that don't make his case easier. Okay, boom, lashes are on. Do I look pretty? Tell me I look pretty. All right, so here's the not so happy ending to that story. He is currently still awaiting trial, which means no verdict has been decided, which means no release date has been decided, and no court date has even been established. So yeah, we don't know when we gonna see Mr. Melly next. He even tested positive for COVID-19, unfortunately, and was asking if he could be released early because of that, or like if the process could be sped up because of that, but no. The judge said no. Every time I say judge or like think about judges in court cases, I think she not a girl. It's Miss Holder. I need to get off TikTok. But yeah, that is the true crime history of Mr. Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly. If you guys like this video, if you like this idea, you want me to do other celebrities, then let me know down below. I would love to hear your feedback. Let me know down in the comments. I'm super excited for this to like potentially be a series on my channel. Again, this is 100% inspired by Miss Bailey Sarian, the queen of true crime and makeup. I will never be her, so you don't have to tell me that in the comments. I already know that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Naira Del Rey, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye.
But she said that she don't need a man.